Hello everyone, Fuzz here, and I am your host today as usual for our walkthrough episode of Final Fantasy VIII, and we're picking up pretty much where we left off last time. All I've done since the last episode is traversed up here to the northern area from where we came out of the desert prison as I've approached Delling City, which is the optional area we're going to start by visiting today. The actual story location we're going to want to eventually head to is the missile base. And the game pretty much wants us to believe that it's life or death situation that we get there first. But we can take as long as we want, just trying to grind up our characters a bit more and doing some optional stuff. So here we are at Delling City. And we're just going to head on in. You can drive straight in through the door and your car will be waiting for you then at the rent-a-car place. For when you get back a little bit later on. And our first destination is going to be to go towards a shop, and something you're going to want to have before you just enter Delling City here. If you go onto Carbuncle, make sure you have Recovery Medicine Refinement. It only takes 30 AP. If for whatever reason you haven't learned it by this point, just head outside of this place on the beaches outside for some fast AP, just to get that ability. Because I'm going to show you a bit of a money maker you can do now. Okay, so here we are outside the shop, just the standard Delling City shop, and there's a little trick now so that we can make a nice batch of gil. And what we need to do is buy as many tents as we can with the money that we have. Well, looks like I can max out, but if you can't max out quite yet, you'll be able to soon, don't worry. And now we go down to ability, and we go to Recovery Medicine Refinement, and you see these tents we just made? Well, we can refine them into mega potions, 25 of them to be precise. And why do you care about mega potions? Well, because they actually sell for more than the tents sell for. If I can find them, that is. Did I go past it? Mega potions, where are you? There we go. They sell for a nice 5,000 gil each. So now I have 25,000 gil of profit. And guess what? I don't know why I quit out of that screen then. You can head back to the buy menu here and buy another 100 for another 100k. Refine them and then sell the mega potions once again for 125k. And you've guessed it, you can do this as many times as you want. So this is actually a better money maker even than your salary. And then when you've done it enough times, you can just stock up on any of the items that you want to get. Maybe buy some tents to refine into Curagar magics and continue on selling them. We've now got 153k, so I've got 50,000 more gil than when we first got here about 2 minutes ago. I wouldn't suggest you go absolutely mad with this, simply because there's going to be an even better money maker later on. But for now, you can certainly take care of any needs you have by using this little trick. So I'm going to make a bit of money and I'll see you shortly. Okay, so I've worked on that little gil making trick for about 10 minutes. And I've got 212,000 gil now, but more importantly perhaps, I've got 100 high potions, 100 Phoenix Downs, 100 remedies. I've still got some tents which I purchased afterwards just for general usage, and I've saved a collection of the mega potions. I've got 25 of those for use in battle. And if you're wondering where I got those elixirs from, that was from refining one of the cards earlier on, one of the rare cards that I told you to refine, since that pretty much sorts you for healing for the rest of the battle. So I haven't used any, but that sorts you for healing for the rest of the game, which is useful. And we've got some nice items now for use in battle. So I'll always make sure that somebody has the item command, and we've still got a nice batch of gil. Now I could obviously go ahead and make literally millions of gil at this point, but there's really not much point in all honesty, since we do have that better money maker later on. But for now, I do recommend having a look at that. Right, so first thing I'm going to do now before we continue on with the story is just head to the hotel to heal up, and then we're going to do some card battling and lose a rare card, which we're going to get back shortly before the end of this too. but also gain a rare card. So our next destination is going to be Caraway's Mansion. And now what we're looking for in Caraway's Mansion is, perhaps unsurprisingly, the General himself. So as always before card battling, I do recommend that you save your game, just in case things don't quite go the way you expect them to. Even though you have a nice set of rare cards by this point that pretty much own anybody you play, it's always best to err on the side of caution. And what we want to do with Caraway here is actually lose the Ifrit card to him. So I'm going to play Ifrit along with a load of nonce, Buell cards, pretty bad. And we're going to do everything we can to lose Ifrit to him. Oh no, we're losing. Whatever will we do? It's actually really hard to not take any of these cards now. I think we're going to have to take something here, but we should be okay. Now we're going to take both, but we'll still lose, which is good. So he can have Ifrit. Do not concern yourself with losing Ifrit. Before the end of this too, we shall have Ifrit back in our collection. But this is the only way, at least the only way that I know of, to collect the rare card, which we are going to collect now. We just need to exit the mansion and then come back. Once again, save before, and that should now make the General actually play a new rare card in his hand. He won't play Ifrit. If we speak to him about the Ifrit card, he'll tell us that he lost it to Martin. So now we're going to play him again, and now he should play a rare card that we want to win. And once again, we are going to get that Ifrit card back a little bit later. But as you can see, he's now playing the Renoa card, and that's ultimately what we've come to get. And what a silly position to play that. There we go. Since I'm using the trade rule all, we'll automatically collect all the cards as part of our winnings. And don't refine the Renoa card yet, you want to hold on to it for the time being. And that's the few bits that I wanted to get done here in Delling City. So now there's nothing left for us to do except make our way back to the main story, which is basically going to mean heading to the missile base. Oh, grab the draw point. Why not? It's there, nobody else wants it, and we can always make use of magic. So our car should be there waiting for us. There it is, look. So now our next destination is the missile base over here. But we'll leave that to the next episode. So I know this hasn't been a long one, guys, but I did want to get those optional bits out of the way, especially showing you that guild trick and also the stuff you can do in order to get Rinoa's card there, which you no doubt want. So thanks for joining me, and we'll pick up with the story next time. We'll see what's going down in the missile base. You can't go to the other cities yet that we've been to, such as Dolit or Timber, because they're all blocked off with cars on the roads. So this really is the only place we can go to now. So thanks for joining me. Don't forget to hit the like button if you've enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you soon as we carry on with our complete walkthrough for Final Fantasy VIII.